Hey everybody, Purple for the Ages coming at you. How you doing today? I wanted to talk a little bit about that article that came out, Low Tech UA Carbon Footprint 6 times that of conventional agriculture. And there's so many things wrong with that article. It is mind-bogglingly Dunning-Kruger. And let me give you a few examples. Okay. Well, what are the cost of making the tools and the carbon footprint of the tools? Well, I have my tools from my parents and grandparents, so that takes care of most of it, as opposed to a 250 to $300,000 tractor. And yeah, they start at that. So basically, let's make a tractor and not like inherit a spade, a shovel from and save it from the garbage dump. Yeah, let's talk about all of the packaging that goes into both. Oh, wait. Oh, your homegrown garden? Yeah, that doesn't have packaging or plastic that comes with it. I can tell you right now, the first year I had my garden, I had my garden and I had my chicken coop, and I could fit into one plastic grocery shopping bag all of my plastic waste from the grocery store every week. Why? Because I didn't go to the grocery store. I had vegetables, I had fruits, I had protein from the chicken eggs. It was it was utterly ridiculous. And when I wasn't, when I'm done, in the winter and whatnot, when I go to the store, you know how much plastic and styrofoam and all of that just gets thrown in the trash. It is an unbelievable amount, and it is so, yeah, and say, oh, well, just costs more carbon. Okay, my garden is supposed to be full of carbon. I am capturing the carbon from the air, capturing the carbon from the water, and I'm putting it in the garden. One might buy a bag of soil or garden soil or container soil or something from the store, but how many years you go to reuse that and replenish that and recycle that with all the microbes going through it and replenishing that and mixing it with the compost. It's just, it's a ridiculous article. And it's put together by somebody who has absolutely no idea what they're talking about. And let me pause it. Let me put forth a thought that the reason why this is blowing up so much is this is a great talking point with the people who are against growing food. Um, Big Ag loves this. Big Ag is like, yeah, man, we get in our tractors about as big as somebody's house, and we just go down and we can just plow 800 acres in a day, and um, just but we need the tractor and we need the combine and we need the I was gonna say the thresher, things that put stuff into rows, the things that harvest the grain, the, plus the trucks to throw the gas for the trucks to, to shoot the product into and transport it and to hay the fields and it's like all of those mechanical stuff. And it's like, no, I go out back and I pick my vegetable and I bring it in and I eat it. And they're like, no, no, we don't count that. We don't count that. Um, yeah, I really don't see where taking things from 3,000 miles away, 7,000 miles away is helping. Basically it's not just the transport, it's the transport to the processing area, the cost of processing it, the cost of packaging it, the cost of putting it back on a truck, and the cost of logistically getting it to the places where you want to sell it. And there's just so much wrong with that article. Yes, we need carbon. We need carbon. And a lot of people are interchanging carbon footprint with carbon dioxide. It's like, yeah, well, is the article about carbon dioxide? How much carbon dioxide? Carbon? Carbon footprint? Because those are three different terms. Those are three different nouns. They might be similar in what they're trying to, as their components, but you can't use those interchangeably. um, yeah, it's both. It's frustrating and amusing at the same time for me. It is not something that you want to mess with me with. It is definitely something that people who point to it as a logical argument that we shouldn't be gardening. How shouldn't we be gardening? We're capturing all of these nutrients and capturing the soil, and we are preventing, we're capturing carbon, we're capturing nitrogen, we're capturing all of this, we're capturing um, um, all the stuff that you need to grow food. We're capturing that. We're not letting it go into the streams. We're not letting that go into the air. And that's always a good thing. And we know good, loose, healthy soils slow down water. If you get a nice flood, it slows down the water and not prevents it from going into the stream, but gives it a pause, slows it down, lets it spread out and sink into the soil. And there are studies out there that, if you have a really good ecosystem, you can take like 4 inches of water in an hour. They would sink into the soil instead of run off and run into the streams and just create a torrent further downstream. It's not something that you really want to mess with gardeners, especially kitchen gardeners. Hi, I have a kitchen garden. I am not, yeah, I am fiercely proud of that. And people that do gardening on a more expansive scale and do private gardening because they support themselves, their family, their local community. Yeah, don't mess with them. So yeah, so before you go and tout the wonderfulness of importing um, kumquats from Patagonia, you might want to just have a little rethink. It is, it's, as I say, I like the word Dunning-Kruger because that's just a prime example of somebody that they're not measuring the right things. Sometimes they're measuring apples to oranges, and they're ignoring certain large facts that are right in front of them. There are several elephants in the room, let's say, from this article. And any politician who decides to get behind the article and propose that we outsource all of our food to other countries, other continents, to solely big ag, to all the stuff. Just, they don't deserve to be our representatives in Congress. So, okay. All right. I know, controversial. Isn't that great? Okay. All right. Thanks. I'll getting off my sofa, climbing down off my soapbox. Hang on, let me get a ladder. Okay. All right. I hope this finds you well. Take care. Bye.